Alrighty, you glorious Rascallion resonators. The name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. Hopefully, wherever you're at, you're having an extremely great day. In today's video, though, we're going to sit down, talk shop about the tower adversity. What I mean by that is that I just want to go ahead and discuss the tower adversity, some strategies that I have used to try to go ahead and make sure that I can complete the tower adversity. Now, I will say that before getting started in the video that these strategies may not actually work for you. So take that with a grain of salt. If you're still interested though, take a seat at the bar. It's open. Grab yourself something cold to drink, and let's sit down and let's talk shop. All right. Alrighty, so we're gonna try to record this all in one go instead of trying to clip everything and merge it and put it all together. So there may be a little bit of rambling, and I do apologize for that. But I will say this first, is that earlier today I was live streaming, and from that live stream, it was one of my worst live streams ever. And I'll put it like this: I don't know what was going on with me. I really don't. I just wasn't in the mindset. I just wasn't here. I was streaming, but I wasn't here mentally. And I apologize to the people who watched the live stream and everything. We were struggling in tower adversity. I was struggling talking to the chat. That wasn't me. Maybe I'm getting sick and I just don't know it. I have no excuse except just to say that I am sorry for that. So promise that by the next time we do another live stream that I will be 10 times, if not 100 times more productive and better engaging. All right. Okay. So getting into the tower adversity, what strategies do I use to complete the tower adversity? Because as you can see here, like I mentioned before, I was struggling with the tower adversity. However, we've completed it. 12, 6, 12. It's done. We don't have to worry about it for another 13 days and 10 hours. How did I manage to do it? Well, again, take this with a grain of salt, because the reason being for this is that you may not be at a point to be able to do this. And that's completely fine. All right. And what I mean by that is I have several resonators that are developed. I have several resonators that is somewhat developed. And I have resonators that are pretty much stuck in the closet collecting dust. What does that mean? Taking a look at the first tower here, you will see that this tower area's effect is based on glacial damage, but you can see that the first three parts of the tower has no characters that will benefit from glacial damage bonus increasement at all. Why? Because this team right here, my GN team, if you followed me in the beginning, this is a team that I somewhat developed, somewhat worked with. And this was before Jinshi came out and Changli and all of them. And it was somewhat built up. Now, grant you, my GN is a wailed out character that is summon 6 and everything, but his Forte's tree is somewhat done. Jianshi's tree somewhat done. Same thing for Mortifi. And they have all right echoes, not the perfect echoes, not great echoes. Even Mortifi's got echoes that's still in his kit that's only like level 15 in it. All right. But they're good enough to do one thing and one thing only in the tower adversity. They're good enough to accomplish hitting the flotter, doing the filler parts of the tower. And what I mean by that is you see that the first 3 parts of the tower, the enemies go only up to level 80. And there's not that many enemies you got to kill. You only got 4, you only got 3. They're good enough just to deal with the problem at hand and get it done before, get it done with 180 seconds still left on the clock. So my suggestion is that if you have resonators that is somewhat built, but not all the way built, like I'll put it this way. The only level 90 that's on this team is GN. These other two right here are at 80. And they're low 80s. Right? So, not really developed team. Use your resonators that you know, like, okay, I have one resonator is level 90, haven't really worked on him, but you just throw some echoes on it, you get it somewhat done. Same for the two supports, you get it somewhat done. You don't fuster too much on it, and you just get them strong enough to complete the first 3 parts of the tower. That's all it is. And then you take your more developed resonators. In this case scenario, you see it's Jinshi with Baichi and Zeishi. Throw them together. I got glacial damage bonus increasement now for those two on the team, and I got Jinshi that's there to do tremendous amounts of damage only to the Infernal Rider. She don't need no glacial buff. What she needs is she needs the buffing from both Zeishi and for Baichi to go ahead and make her hit like a truck. She's the most developed. That's how I do it. That's it. I will take what is the least developed and throw my least developed in it and see if it can clear it. If it can clear it, good. That's going to handle the first part of the tower. And then for the harder parts of the tower, I'm going to use my strongest team. I'm not developing, a team that's going to handle the entire tower. I'm handling a team that's going to handle the beginning part of the tower. And then I'm making a team that's going to handle only the strongest part, because resource management in this game, I cannot stress this enough, it's bullshit. It really is. Same thing for Hazard Tower. You'll see that I have Changli, which is my most developed DPS. Is my most developed character. It's the one that I pay the most attention to, that I wanted to be the strongest of all. Guess where she's going to go at? She's going against the level 100s, because it's not going to be hard for her. You can see I even got a level 20 dungeon that is just sitting here. That's not even going to be used in the tower adversity. She's just sitting there as emotional support. She's moral support at that point. She's in the bleachers waving her pom-pom saying, go Changli, go Changli, go. And watching Changli destroy Scar with Tao Chi. Tao Chi's not even fully developed. She's level 70. All she's there for is to present a additional 38% to Changli's resonator skill, which Changli's also getting that damage attribute increased by another 30%. So technically, you're getting a 68% increasement in resin skill damage with Changli on Scar, because of how fully developed the character is. And this is the idea. The idea is that you're going to use your most strongest characters, your strongest DPS, your strongest supports, and you're going to throw it on the hardest part of the tower. And then when it comes to the other side of the tower, you're going to use your non-developed teams just to get rid of the flotter. My Caltro, you saw it if you were watching the live stream, you could have seen it. He's not developed. Yinlin's not developed. They got basic echoes. Heck, in this, Caltro only had, a crappy set of that didn't even do him anything. It wasn't substatted or anything. But, not developed, worked tremendously to get towers 1, 2, and 3 done. And then out of it, I looked at it and I said, okay, well, we're going to change Yinlin's echoes to Moonlit. And what can I do with that? Because I've already used Changli, I've already used Jinshi, and we got a level 90 AX here. How the hell am I going to beat this? Well, I still got a GN, I still got a Mortifi, and you know what? As long as I can buff GN additionally, which is an extra 22.5% with the Moonlit Clouds on top of Yinlin, and just base those Moonlit Clouds on electric damage to help buff her up at the same time, let's try it. And look, that team was able, and that is like I would say the least developed of them all in a sense. Like GN's developed, but Yinlin was done in 5 minutes. Mortifi was not even developed properly, and the only thing we did is we went through Morty X. And I'll put it like this: that fight, it was a little bit of a struggle. It took me like 2 or 3 resets because I had to remember how to dodge certain things. But once you learn how to dodge and you do your rotation correctly, to where what the idea here was GN was going to go ahead and be rotated in, was going to be the first one coming in, but we're going to rotate to Mortifi. Mortifi's going to pop out his stuff. He's going to pop out his alt, pop out his outro to Yinlin. Yinlin's going to do her stuff. She's going to pop out her alt. She's going to pop out her skill. Then she's going to pop out her outro to GN. And then GN's entire job at that point was dealing the damage. And it worked. So the biggest strategy in this entire thing, and like I say, take it with a grain of salt. I know there's going to irk some people because this is not a one-fit solution for everybody, but it is a solution to people who are developing multiple teams, multiple characters, that you should have no problems with the 1 through 3 on a tower like Echoing Tower or like the Resonant Tower. There should be no reason why you can't use slightly but non-developed resonators just to pull it off, just to get through them. And then use your main teams for only the hard fights. That's the strategy. That is it. That is the best advice, the best solution that I can give to anyone. You want to complete tower adversity? Straight up. Use your least developed characters for the lower parts of the towers, and use your highest developed characters for the biggest fights of them all, because you know you'll be able to complete them. And if you don't, you don't. But I just wanted to quickly make this video. Mainly, I was also an apology to the people who were watching the live stream because I was out of it. And basically give this idea, like, there's no reason to go ahead and just develop a team that's gonna, oh, I need 3 teams to handle this tower, I need a team to handle this tower and this tower. You really don't need that. For the last couple of weeks, this is a strategy that I've been following. I would go ahead and just use flaughter resonators to do something, and then I would use my actual teams, you know, to finish it off. You know, think of it like a medieval fight. You're going to use your pawns, or like chess thing. You're going to use your pawns to try to clear out as much of the enemy wave as possible before you bring in your rooks, your bishops, and your knights to come try to finish off everything. And then for the last part, you're going to use your queen to kill the king. All right. Quick video. Hopefully you guys get it. Sorry for it being a little bit rushed, but Black Myth Wukong's coming out, and I'm getting ready for that. So you guys have yourself a great one. Leave a comment down below if this did somewhat help you. Leave criticism if you don't, you know, like you normally do. Don't mind. And in any case regards, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, have some fun in Wavering Waves, and until next time, see you later.
It was supposed to be. Catch you on the flip side.